Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisahealyourself, and today I am going to give you my natural protocol for shingles. I am not giving medical advice on this video. I'm very careful not to offend YouTube or anybody else for taking this as medical advice. I am simply giving you my anecdotal personal experience, and I want to share with you what I did, what worked for me, and you can do your own research to see if this would work for you as well. So as some of you may know, I was diagnosed with bursitis for this excruciating hip pain, and then the rash appeared, and I had swollen lymph nodes and everything, and the pain was so excruciating, and the doctors confirmed that it was indeed shingles. Rather than take the medications offered, which is pain medications for my nerves, and antiviral medications, I decided to do a protocol, which I will say has been very successful. The rash is almost 100% gone, and the pain is about 80% gone. And I've been doing this protocol for only a week and a half. So the antiviral approach that I took was to not bombard my system with tons of antivirals. I also didn't include a lot of foods, although I started out with some garlic and thyme tea. So I would say including garlic in your foods and just brewing the herb in boiling water with thyme and using thyme tea, that was very, very helpful as an antiviral agent. The other antivirals that I chose to use were black seed oil, olive leaf extract, tea tree oil, and monolaurin, which is from coconuts. I took monolaurin internally. These are just in capsules, and they're very good for unwanted viral activity. Now, if you're sensitive to any vitamins and supplements at all that could cause detox reactions or that are antiviral in nature at all, you don't have to do the internal antivirals. You can still do this without it. So I didn't take this for the full time. I only took this for about 5 days. So I can't be sure what here worked and what here didn't work, but I wanted to give you my full healing protocol. I only took black seed oil for about 4 days internally as well. And then I rubbed the black seed oil with another carrier oil, which was coconut oil, all over the sores, the breakout, the rash, the whole thing. So I was mostly using this as a topical antiviral. I did stop using it topically after about a week because I noticed the rash was still flaring. I wanted to try something else, so I abandoned it and I went to tea tree oil as my topical agent. This worked really well. After the first few applications, things really started to clear up and the rash started to recede. So what I did with this is I used a carrier oil. So during the day, I slathered the rash with coconut oil, and then I put a drop of tea tree oil on my hands and I rubbed it all over the rash. This was used as a topical antiviral that really, really worked well. And I only used the olive leaf extract internally for about 3 or 4 days. But when I started to see the rapid improvement, and I'm not sure why, I did ease off of this because I'm very highly sensitive to detox reactions and I didn't want to push my luck. At night, I slathered the area with castor oil. Okay, so this is a really thick oil. It helps to pull out toxins, and it was also used as a carrier oil. So I used this all over my thigh and stomach, everywhere I had the rash, and then added the tea tree oil on top of it. This is what I use every single night, and I think this is where the benefit came from. This really started to heal the rash and take away the pain. I had a bunch of swollen lymph nodes, one in particular, right in my uterus area. I was very worried about this cyst. It was growing rapidly, starting out the size of a penny, growing to the size of a loonie. And what I did was I used nascent iodine. I put a drop of nascent iodine and rubbed it into the area twice a day. So in the morning and at night before bed. Iodine will really help eliminate cysts. And in this case, it really has. The cyst is almost completely gone. I can only feel a minor bump left. And I think with continued use, this is going to help. I also added a drop of nascent iodine to my water every day. So I hit it internally and I hit it externally on the actual cyst itself. So You could use Lugol's. I happen to have this one that I like. When the rash was very, very sore in the beginning and painful and nothing would help it, what I did was I soaked in Epsom salts, 1 cup Epsom salts to 1 cup baking soda. Baking soda really cuts the intensity of the rash. And then I put in 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. So it was a 3-part bath, Epsom salts, baking soda, apple cider vinegar, and this really, really helps to soothe and take away that pain. I would also apply just a cold compress to the area with apple cider vinegar. It does hurt the area and the blistering. It can be painful right at the beginning, but it's soothing and helpful to heal this area. So apple cider vinegar on a cold compress really helped. I also used raw manuka honey on the area. So this was sticky and I abandoned it after a while, but it was actually helpful and soothing. So I applied a cold compress with the apple cider vinegar. And then when that was dry, I added a little bit of coconut oil to help spread and the honey all over that area and let it dry. I only did this at night because it was super sticky and then rinse it all off in the morning. But it was helpful and I do think that this was a great remedy. Okay, so internally, I continue to take my amino acids, which I believe are beneficial for healing all kinds of things. So I did take 2 of these a day, but I've already been taking 2 of those a day, so I can't see if it actually helped. What I did do though was I went out and I bought some lysine. So you could just get plain lysine, but this one's called super lysine, and it has other things in it like garlic and vitamin C and echinacea and bee propolis. But the lysine content in here is 500 milligrams. And so I took 2 of these a day in addition to my amino acids, which already contain lysine. So I was taking 1,000 milligrams from this, as well as there is L-lysine in the Perfect Amino Blend. L-lysine is really going to help shingles, is really gonna help those herpes viral illnesses. So this is what I took, and I really believe that getting the addition of the lysine right away really helped to not have this go on even longer in duration, because I was suffering extremely for about 2 to 3 weeks before I knew what it was. As soon as I knew what it was and I started this protocol, a week and a half, it's 80% gone, the pain, like I said, and the rash is probably 90% gone. The other thing I did every day was take cod liver oil for those omegas and for the vitamin D content as well. So cod liver oil essential, as well as taking vitamin D, A, K, and E, the fat soluble vitamins. So this particular blend, the vitamin D is at 5,000 IU. I also added my Thorne vitamin D and K2 for another 15,000 IU, so a total of 20,000 IU a day, taking in the morning. So I really wanted to boost up my vitamin D. Of course, that really helps with anything viral related. And so that was one of the first things I did, was just really mega dose from 5,000 a day to 20,000 a day. And I increased my vitamin C, even though it is in this super lysine blend. I also took an additional 1,000 milligrams in the morning and 1,000 milligrams before bed, because the vitamin C in here is actually pretty scant. The other thing I did, which was of great relief, is I had an ice gel pack, and I would just lay it all over the area, the rash, the pain, and I would ice for 20 minutes, take it off. 20 minutes later, ice again. 20 minutes later, ice again. So I just go in a rotation, like every half an hour on, half an hour off. So I would do this, and then at night, I would lay it on there and just have it there for a couple hours as I fell asleep, and I just wake up with it. You know, in the morning it would be off, and I would get, so I had 2 and I just rotated them and kept the area iced. Very soothing when you're in a lot of pain, and I do believe it helped the inflammation, it helped to quell it down. So this is my natural protocol that I used for shingles. Again, this is not medical advice. You're not allowed to give medical advice here on YouTube, which I am 100% respecting in this video, and instead just giving you my anecdotal personal experience with shingles, what helped relieve the pain, what helped relieve the virus, what helped to relieve all the burning and nerve pain and help to regenerate, and very, very quickly, in less than 2 weeks, almost completely got rid of the shingles. I expect to have it for another lingering 5 days to a week, and then for it to be completely gone with no evidence that it was ever there. So again, I wanted to share with you my personal experience, and I hope this video will be allowed to stay up on YouTube. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.